Imagine this. You've just left a powerful therapy session where you uncovered something really profound about your past, a hidden wound that's been influencing your life in ways you hadn't even realized. You feel lighter, clearer, more connected to yourself. But then as the days go by, that sense of clarity begins to fade. The old thoughts and emotions resurface. Memories you thought you'd processed keep creeping back in, and before you know it, you're right back where you started, feeling overwhelmed and somewhat re-traumatized. This is a common experience for so many of us on the healing journey. Therapy can be life-changing, but what happens between those sessions is equally important. And this is where mindfulness becomes a crucial tool. It's a way to bridge the gap between what we're working through in therapy and how we manage our everyday fluctuations of the mind. Think of the mind as a restless ocean. When we carry trauma, the waves can be rough, unpredictable, and at times overpowering. In therapy, we learn to navigate those waves, to understand where they're coming from, what's beneath them. But once we're back in our everyday life, those waves can start to feel overwhelming again. Mindfulness doesn't stop the waves from coming, but it teaches us how to ride them without being pulled under. So let's talk about how mindfulness actually works in the context of healing trauma. When we're caught up in traumatic memories or old patterns of thinking, it's like we're sitting in a cinema watching a terrifying movie, except we're so absorbed in it that we forget it's just a film. We forget that we're the one sitting in the seat, not the character on the screen. Mindfulness helps us step back, widen our perspective, and remember that we are the observer, not the movie. We are the one watching the mind's content, not the content itself. Now this is subtle, but a powerful shift that can prevent us from getting completely absorbed by the mind's script or narrative. Let's say a painful memory surfaces, one that you've been working through in therapy. The mind might start replaying it, attaching all sorts of emotions and interpretations to it. Without mindfulness, we might get caught up in that story, reacting as if it's happening all over again. But with mindfulness, we can recognize, this is a memory. This is a thought. This is not happening right now. You can respond with your mind troubled just now, but feeling well. It's a profound reminder that the state of the mind doesn't have to dictate the state of our being. When trauma is involved, the mind can be like a relentless commentator, analyzing, criticizing, reminding us of old wounds. And without a strategy, it's easy to get sucked in. But mindfulness offers a way to relate to the mind without being consumed by the mind. Here's how we can practice this in a simple, practical way. Let's imagine you're having a bit of a rough day. The mind is churning, replaying painful experiences, flooding you with self-doubt or fear. Instead of trying to push those thoughts away or endlessly analyze them, just pause. Sit down, somewhere quiet. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Now, instead of diving into the content of those thoughts, simply notice them. Label them. Okay, so there's anger, and that's fear. This is self-doubt. Don't engage, don't judge, just notice. Like watching clouds pass across the sky, you're not trying to control them or change them, you're simply observing them as they come and go. Observing them at arm's length. Now bring your attention to your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your abdomen. Notice the sensation of air passing through your nostrils. And when a thought inevitably pulls you away, gently bring your focus back to the breath. You're not fighting the thought. You're not suppressing it. You're just choosing not to follow it. Now, it may seem simple, even too simple, but this practice is incredibly powerful because each time you choose to come back to the breath, you're reinforcing the awareness that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts, the one who can watch the mind's activity without being consumed by it. Now, over time, this practice can create a subtle but profound shift. The mind may still be restless, the waves may still be there, but you're no longer drowning in them. You're learning to ride them, to witness them, to let them pass. And this is where true healing can begin. Therapy helps us uncover the roots of our trauma, to understand why certain patterns of behavior exist and how they formed. But mindfulness helps us practice new ways of relating to those patterns in real time. It helps us remember that while the mind may be troubled, we can still be well. Because the mind is troubled, and because the mind is troubled, I'm still feeling well. It can be a mantra, a reminder, a powerful anchor in this stormy sea of our inner world. And the more we practice it, the more we realize that peace isn't about controlling the mind or forcing it to be calm. It's about making peace with your mind, no matter what it's doing. So the next time you find yourself feeling overwhelmed by old trauma, negative thoughts, or caught up in the mind's endless chatter, try this simple practice. Simply sit, breathe, observe. Remember that you are not the content of your mind. You are the one witnessing it. And in that witnessing, you reclaim your power. You reclaim your peace. And that in itself is a form of healing. If you'd like more information about this and the way in which you can use mindfulness to manage your mind, get in touch. Visit my website and book a free discovery call. Let's see what's possible.